Michael Jackson. Let's talk about Michael Jackson this morning. What y'all doing with yourself, doing with your life? Now, two accusers of Michael Jackson that said that he molested them, right? Goes by the name of Wade Robinson and James Safechuck. They are trying to get pictures of Michael Jackson's private parts, his genitalia, his dingaling, his dick. They want pictures of it, and they want to be able to get access to this file because they trying to sue Michael Jackson's production company because they saying that they allowed them to get molested. They aided, basically like if you know somebody's in the other room molesting a child and you acting like you don't hear it. That's what they saying. And if they did that, they just as sick as the person that's allegedly doing the molestation. Now, I'm going to give my honest opinion about this in America. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think. Leave it in the email, flavafol31@gmail.com. That's flavorful31@gmail.com. Do you think Michael Jackson really molested some of those kids that went to Never, Never, Never Land? I think he did. This is the reason why. I'm going to give y'all my insight. If I'm rich and I'm giving back to kids that's fans, because I like kids, because I was a kid once and I want to see them excel, and because I've been blessed with all this money, I want to spread the wealth. All that is beautiful. But I'm not going to have kids come to my ranch and spend the weekend or spend weeks or spend a month with me and give their parents large amounts of money because I love these kids so much. Because it's boundaries with kids, other people's kids, no matter what you want to do for them and care for them and show them. It's boundaries. Just as a human being, knowing what don't look right and what ain't right. So, and a lot of these kids, if I'm not mistaken, I think that they was allegedly saying that the kids slept in the same room with him. I don't know if it was the same bed or what. But if I'm giving back, why do I need you to just send your kids with me when I don't have no kids of my own for you to play with? Now, later on down the road, Michael Jackson, I think had a few kids. But when he first took off, he didn't have no kids. When he was, keeping a lot of these people kids at his house, Michael Jackson did not have kids in the beginning. He had kids later on down the road as he blew up. Matter of fact, his kids are 27, 26, and 21. So when he first was doing a lot of this, he didn't have no kids there. Now, once he had kids, then that makes sense. Now, if you got some kids and you want to, let these kids that come from poverty or not experience the great life that you have and see the finer things in life and get the fruits of labor, they could spend the weekend with your kids. People been having sleepovers for years, but it's still, to me, it's not normal because I would tell the parents, I'm not just going to get an experience to your kids, and I don't need to just be alone with your kids like that, like it's something that you don't need to see. That's how I think, especially in 2024 with all these sick, devious, evil motherfuckers out here. They're playing in your face like they're good people, and behind your back, they slimy, they snakes. Ain't shit. I think Michael Jackson molested a lot of the kids. That's my opinion. I think Michael Jackson molested a lot of kids. That's my opinion. You can get mad if you want to. You can feel the way you want to feel. Everybody got a right to the opinion. This Legend of Motherfucker Comic Show. But, if those people are saying that they got molested, then I got to roll with it. I got to believe it. I just don't believe nobody would make something up like that about being molested. Now, this the thing. They tried to sue Michael Jackson, company and him back in 2017. but they threw it out. So now with the new law that California has, that's why you see all these people coming out talking about how they done got abused, assaulted. They didn't want it, but they didn't want to speak on it then. Let's just call it what it is. Motherfuckers wanted to get that money, so they let the shit go. They let people abuse them. They let people assault them. They let people rape them. They sold their soul. They sold their ass, all for the cash. And now, years later, they feel bad about it. They found out about this law. They know they can get some money, and they want to get payback. But they accepted the shit when it was going on and didn't tell nobody. And then think about this. It's like this: when a man is with a woman and she's emotionally tied to that man, and that man is emotionally tied to that woman, and he's in love with her and she's in love with him, they act crazy too. So if you stick your thing in the same sex, they're going to be mad and emotionally, mad at you years later, especially if they didn't really want to do it and they did it anyway. And then you got all this money and they still broke and you didn't went all up in them. They feel like you owe them. I'm just telling you what it is. So people are going to come out more than ever now. It's just the beginning of people coming out. But 50 Cent, one thing I like and respect about 50 Cent, ever since he been in the industry, that's probably why he got shot when he first blew up. Because he tell the real, he tell the truth. And people that ain't shit, evil motherfuckers, they like to shut you up. They get mad. They hate us, especially if they can't beat you up with their hands. But 50 Cent piling on to this shit. Because Cassie, the one that P. Diddy settled out with, she's now cooperating with the feds, baby. Now, 50 Cent has continued to mock Diddy's legal troubles after it was reported that Cassie is cooperating with the feds and to the bad boy boss. Now, TMZ said that, Cassie sued Diddy for rape, sexual assault, and sex trafficking just last year, the end of 2022. 23, because it's 24. Is assisting law enforcement and among the witnesses involved in the case. The outlet reports that the singer dated Puffy until around 2018. Now, she been working with the feds several weeks way before they ran up in his house. They believe that other people are cooperating too. Look, I believe that P. Diddy is cooperating and telling on the rest of the motherfuckers that's doing what he doing. I'm telling you what's going on. That's why they didn't lock his black ass up when they ran up in his house. They didn't lock his black ass up like they were locked up the typical nigga because he working. He just in the middle, yeah, okay, this is what I've been doing. But they doing it too. I ain't going down by myself. Now, NBC News saying that it's 3 other women and another man that's being interviewed by the feds that's slick working with him. 50 Cent going in, though. He said, oh, yeah, it's not looking good for the diddler. The man called P. Diddy the diddler. Like the Riddler. That's cold. When 50 Cent crack a joke on you, you fucked up. Now, Cassie lawsuit, which was filed in November, kick-started all this shit. Once they seen she settled out, everybody Diddy ever did something bad to, they said, fuck, we finna get our payback on this nigga. And they saying that allegedly P. Diddy shot somebody in the studio and they made it look like a drive-by. Because not too long ago in 2022, they said that somebody did a drive-by at P. Diddy's studio. But they saying that people that came out now saying that Diddy shot a motherfucker in there, dragged the body out, they cleaned it up, and called it in as a shootout. That makes sense. When you got the kind of money Diddy got and the power, them type of motherfuckers are powerful. And the people that he was fucking with that fucked him and turned him out and turned him on, he had to plug through them. Man, you can't just be a regular black dude with some millions in the bank and get away with a lot of this shit that did it and did. They still lock your ass up. Don't give a fuck who you plug with. So he got a real connection with some real powerful people in high places. But once you do a certain thing, they turn back and head on you. See, it's certain stuff you can do where people can be like, okay, we can cover that up because it's a certain level. Everybody didn't really, really see it. You know, we can slide by with that. But when you then fuck with so many motherfuckers that they can't even keep up, and you got mounds of evidence pointing at you saying like, hey, this is what you did and this is what you do to people, you fucked up. You fucked up. And that's what's going on right now with Diddy. Lizzo. Now Lizzo explained why when she went online and said that I quit. She wasn't saying that she finna quit singing. Y'all have lost y'all mind. Do you know how hard it is for a BBW to make it in the music industry? And Lizzo done set a mark and made history to be a big black woman and successful, making money, living life, getting rich, and ain't nobody complaining, ain't nobody hating. They wasn't hating at first. At first, they was all for Lizzo. Lizzo, you know, that's what we talking about. We finally got a chance to see a big woman, you know, not be looked down on, not talked about, not hated on. You know, then as soon as she started really reaching stardom, people started hating on Lizzo like a motherfucker. I was like, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. Praise her all the way to top, to the mountain. Don't get in the middle and then start trying to make the cake crumble. Now, Lizzo said she wanted to put some clarity there. She wasn't saying she finna quit the music industry. She was gonna quit indulging in negative comments, negative energy, and people that's been distracting her throughout her career. So she said she just wanted to make the video to let people know that, you know, if she can give inspiration and motivation to people to stand up for themselves, then she gonna do it. And she trying to let people to know, stop worried about negative and hating and evil shit that people say about you. Let the negative criticism roll off your shoulder. Only accept positive criticism. Because one thing about life, people gonna talk about you your whole life. Whether you little, skinny, big, fat, tall, in the middle, can sing, jump, dance, run, they gonna say something. If you can play basketball real good, they gonna find something in there. Oh, he know how to go to the hole, but he can't really shoot. Oh, he can shoot, but he don't never dunk. You can't please everybody in the motherfucking world. So, you know, people out there, man, that's you know, worried about what this person's saying, you know, worried about this person judging you because you might not have this, or look like this. Stop worrying about what motherfuckers people got to say and focus on what you're trying to do. Because the energy that you paying attention to them, you're going to miss out on your blessing. You're going to miss out on your goals that you set out. It ain't that you can't do it. The reason why you can't do it is because you let motherfuckers stop you and detour you. Don't let nobody stop you and fuck up your plan. Fight for your plan. If you follow through with a plan consistently, I'm telling you, it's going to work. It might not work the first time. It might not right then. But if you keep consistently following that plan, what you're trying to do to be successful in life, it's going to work for you. It's going to eventually start happening and start turning around because you kept believing and you kept striving and you didn't give up. But you got to stick to the plan in the process. And you can't let a setback make you give up and quit, because setbacks is a part of being great. Everybody that's great went through a setback, whether they told you or not, and whether you know it or not. You just tune into another motherfucking episode of Legend of Motherfucking Comedy Show. Do something with yourself. Do something with your life. It just might be somebody one day. Cool.